Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brenda Motzkus, and today is FabriChat.
Did she say hello?
She's so sweet. It's just hi.
I know. Hi.
She's learned such good manners when she was on her cruise.
Hi. She's not going to say now
Because there's no one to say hi to.
I walk in and I say hi. 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 Who are we talking to?
She doesn't say
I'm not
nice things to
talking to
me.
you.
I live with you.
Maybe we'll get her to say it later. Hi.
Yeah.
It's
so cute.
Sweet. I love that she has that little high-pitched voice. You know. Only when she's saying hi.
Yeah, the rest
Otherwise,
of it.
it's back to baby pterodactyl. But anyway, and Cheerios is her new favorite food. Thanks to Marge. Marge got her started with those. And it's kind of funny because I thought today we'll bring you up to date on a bunch of things. And it's been so long, I think, we've done so many live shows that we've forgotten to answer some of the questions that they've had.
Sure.
So I have kind of a little pile of questions here.
Okay.
But they did really love the live box opening. And then somebody asked, maybe we could start a new thing. And I thought, and at first I said, yeah, maybe that might be good. And I thought, no, that would not be good. Because it would mean Wednesday night at 5 p.m.
Yeah, we'd be here.
It's hard. I mean, okay for me, hard for her. Or Sunday afternoon at 12:30. Hard. So probably not live. But
every once in a while we could try
if we
it.
keep doing the live occasional Mondays, those are good. Mm-hmm. Are you saying hi? Or was that a yawn?
A little bit of both.
Hi. Do you see that baby?
I think I do.
Is there a baby? Does the
Are you
baby want a
guys sharing
Cheerio?
Cheerios?
Oh. No? Not going to share the Cheerio? All right. So anyway, so they liked that. The other really funny thing is I think 3 people said it, which was kind of funny. 3 people said how much they'd never noticed how much Maisy looks like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Yeah.
DNA.
Yeah. And the baby pictures especially. Are you smiling? Is she mugging?
Yeah, she is.
They have no, we could say anything.
Yeah, we could.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. We don't have to be interesting. And I also, gosh darn it, we were doing so good for a while there, remembering to introduce ourselves. I don't, and I always think it's kind of weird. I think we're supposed to do that, say who we are, but then I always think, what would make you click on us?
Yeah.
And we got a little Google thing, and they talked about that from, because YouTube is owned by Google, and they sent a little note about our, what are they called? Our thumbnails. Mm-hmm. And they had the one that you did that just had, apparently it just said box opening on it. And so they had that picture, and then they had like 5 others with people's faces and said, well, which one would you click on? Maybe you should add a face to it. And I thought, well,
most of the time
we always do. I think that's like the only one that you didn't.
Most of the time there are faces on them, but if I ran out of time or like for our live on Sunday.
Well, it was live, you wouldn't have had a picture.
Yeah, our live on Sunday, I just put a generic box opening in the date. That's all I did. So yeah.
That's what I thought. Because I thought,
Google doesn't know us.
You don't know us. You don't know. Because I thought, otherwise, why would you click on it?
Right, exactly.
You don't know. Because I thought, well, I don't think you would click on it unless you knew who we were. So, but if you don't know who we are, we're a mother, daughter, granddaughter trio. We've had a quilt shop in Central Washington State for 24 years. And we're just hanging out, having coffee with friends. And then we do box openings and we do classes. And I was telling somebody that, I know, life is going to get way easier now. And then I was thinking about it. It's not.
Not yet.
Because I got 3 hours of sleep last night. And that was because I should not have gotten that much. But we're finishing up our bra auction items because we have the bra auction coming up on Friday. Live, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then a week later, we have our last retreat, which is our biggest retreat. We have 24 people coming and sewing. And that's our, Christmas idea, super fun retreat, 5-day. That's coming up the next week. And then the week after that, we have the McKay Memorial Auction.
Oh, that's right.
I have the quilt top done. I just have to get it quilted. And then the week after that, we... we have the ornaments.
Oh, the ornaments. I haven't done my ornaments yet.
I know, I haven't either. We're doing this year, because we never say no to anything. And we were asked if we would decorate a tree for the Tree of Giving. They do the auction off all of the items, and it's our local Grant County Foundation that does it, and they raise money for all kinds of things. So we're all making a quilted tree skirt and making... or not. We are.
Yeah.
And quilted ornaments, and anyway, so we need to get all of that done. And we're decorating the tree on Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
Is the day that we're decorating. Okay. So. Hi. Well, hello.
You're so sweet. With your flat hair today.
She does have flat hair today.
It's when we were on the cruise, you guys probably noticed there was so much moisture in the air on that side of the state.
Yeah.
Her curls loved it.
Yeah.
Now she's a little fizzy.
I wonder too how many she was just so loved by the crew on the boat. I wonder how many people are watching us just to see her.
The baby.
I know. Fast forwarding. I'm telling you, if you have a baby cam,
I know, man.
Be better than a baby eagle nest.
No kidding.
Okay, let's see. Let me look at what our other questions were. We had a couple of things, and so I thought we would. You're probably sleepy too. You have your project almost done.
Mine's almost done.
Mine, I have to.
I probably have an hour, maybe 2 hours left on it. I don't know.
I have to.
Ooh, you're cute.
I have to change out a color.
That's cute.
It's
almost together.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Start with a Q, ends with a T.
So see, this is from Marie Casanova. She says, please never apologize for the chit-chat. I love it. The cruise looked like so much fun. I can't wait to see Maisy on Wednesday's FabriChat. Yeah. I remember Mount St. Helens erupting. I'm on the other side of the country, and that was major news. I'd like to hear more about what happened to you during its eruption. It sounds scary and interesting. It's funny. We don't talk about it a lot here because most of our friends, all kind of went through it. We all had our same thing, and I feel like I've told this story before, but I'll just tell you just for a minute, just a couple of little details about it that maybe I think people didn't know. And I have to agree with Brianna. What we had said on Sunday is that one of the most interesting things that we learned was that on a scale of, major eruptions over the years, Mount St. Helens was a blip. It was like nothing. But which would not, when she says, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think it is? And we all said, 10. Oh, it was huge. No, it was like a 2. It was absolutely nothing. And I don't know, I think it's because it didn't really erupt, it wasn't all of, it erupted, but the lava flow was fairly minimal. What happened was the whole top and the half of the mountain blew off. And so all of that debris went somewhere. But the big thing that happened was all of the trees, so imagine, it's dense forestation. And so all of these Douglas firs and blue spruce, all of these great big ponderosa pines, we call them tamaracks here, all of these big humongous trees blew down and
just
then snapped in half, and just there was, what rivers are down there? There's the Toutle River, and then there's another one, and so it just became this big log jam, and all of this debris, all of this mud, all of these trees flowing down, just taking out entire towns as it went by. And I think, I shouldn't say only, but it was like 56 people were killed. You would think it would have been more than that, but they kind of the people that were over near the mountain, Longview, Kelso, Touchy, some of those towns around in there, Graham, they kind of knew, they knew what was happening. We didn't out here. And I think that was the other thing that caused so much devastation, was that it was in the news and everybody knew about it, and everybody knew that there were scientists and seismologists and people that were up on the mountain measuring everything, and everybody knew about Harry Truman, wasn't that his name, that lived on the mountain with all of his cats, and he wasn't getting down. But when it actually blew, because it was way before cell phones, way before any of that, I was 16 at the time, we didn't actually know. We didn't know that was what happened, and didn't even think about it.
Sure.
Didn't even, because when a mountain blows, what would you expect to see?
Yeah.
Maybe a cloud going straight up. Maybe there'd be some lava, but we are, how far away are we? 250, 300 miles?
Probably 300 miles.
300 miles? We wouldn't expect to see that. It wouldn't have something that has to do with us. But what happened was the clouds, I was personally, we were out on a lake. So O'Sullivan Resort, O'Sullivan Dam, the Potholes Reservoir, is about 20 miles from us, and it was always a favorite place for us to go as kids, because always somebody had a boat, and we'd go out there, and at the back of the Potholes Reservoir there are these little islands, because the water changes and does different things, and sometimes I thought she was going to give it to me. No, she's not. And so sometimes the water is kind of high, sometimes it's kind of low, and when it's low, there's all of these little sandy islands back there. So we would go back, pick our own little island, and we could water ski off of it, swim, barbecue, fish, do whatever we wanted to do, and we would camp out on this whole island that we had this private beach to ourselves. And so it was everybody's favorite place to go, and there was enough islands for everyone. So it was the weekend before all of the senior stuff was happening. It was May 18th, and so it was a Saturday morning, and we had gone out there. We were going to spend the whole day out there, and so it was my brother who was a senior, Brian was a senior, Scott, Cindy, my future sister-in-law. There was 8 of us that were out there, and didn't think, just having fun. And we noticed the clouds come. And we noticed that the clouds were upside down. There's no other way to describe it, except because our clouds out here, are flat, and what are they, cumulus clouds? The clouds were upside down, and they were black. And we thought, well, that's weird. I mean, obviously a storm's coming and it's going to rain, but why do the clouds look like that? And all of us noticed that, but we didn't notice anything else. We didn't hear anything. There was supposedly an earthquake, but we didn't feel that. And then all of a sudden, it got kind of overcast, was what it seemed like, and then it got dark, and I mean black. It was like midnight.
In the middle of the lake.
In the middle of the lake.
No.
Noonish. I mean, this was midday. Maybe late morning, maybe 11. I wish I could remember what time the mountain blew, but I think it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And so absolutely pitch black. Pitch black. And the other funny thing is there was a flashlight on the boat, and we turned the flashlight on, and there was like the light wouldn't go through because the ash was falling. And so you don't think about that, but when you're shining the light, all that was happening was there was this immediate reflection. So you couldn't see. No, I couldn't see from me to you. I couldn't see Brianna. That's how black it was. And we could feel that something was different, but we didn't know what it was. It was like the air was different. And then I remember Cindy saying, well, is it raining? And it's like, well, it's not raining, but we didn't know what it was, and it was ash hitting us. But we didn't know what that was, so we kind of tried to load our stuff in the boat. And we started to go, and there was a lot of panic, really, because we thought, well, that's stupid. How do you drive the boat when you can't see? And so Scott was on the front trying to look out the front to say, turn or whatever, but he couldn't see more than a foot in front of him. but we thought, well, you could stay, because we truly did not know. We had not a single one of us came up with the Mountain Blue. I was telling everybody, I thought it was the Rapture. And then I was really upset because I was fairly certain that, you know, some of those other yahoos I was with made sense, but I was pretty certain I would hear that trumpet. And so, so we could not figure it out, but we thought, well, we couldn't really stay where we were. And so we did get in the boat, and we decided, and we had kind of this contraption, and we had a oar off to the front, thinking, well, if we hit the ground, you know, we would know. None of that made any sense because we were already moored, you know, and we didn't even know what direction we were going in, you know, and I was the youngest person on the boat, so my opinion, I mean, I didn't even have an opinion. I was...
And it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It wouldn't have mattered. I was not the one in charge. I was probably the one that was... I mean, you already know how I am in an emergency, right? I'm not going to share my water. I'm not going to share my 3 almonds.
She was already ridiculous.
I was 16 back then, so imagine. I was...
And the Lord didn't want her. She was a hot mess, I'm sure.
I was a hot mess. I was not the one that came up with any ideas. I just wanted to be rescued. And I wasn't putting a whole lot of faith in these yahoos in the boat. So I didn't know what was going on, but it was really terrifying. And the funny thing was, and I'm just going to pause for a moment, because about 20 years later, Pa and I went up there, and I was like emotional. Even just thinking about it again, thinking about that day.
What happened? What happened? Something happened. Is it a scary story? It's not a scary story.
Okay. I was emotional about it when we went up. Okay.
It's okay.
Why?
I don't understand. I don't know what happened.
They're going to tell us in the comments.
What she did. Oh, did she bite her finger?
Something happened. And so, because it was absolutely terrifying, because I think sometimes when you're in an emergency situation, but you know, oh, there's a fire, oh, it's raining and it's flooding, oh, there's, you know, whatever.
Well, and even in the complete darkness, you have lost a sense, essentially.
Right.
And a pretty important one.
Right. We couldn't see, and we didn't know what the danger was.
Right.
We didn't know. And that was the other thing, too, is that people that were closer to the mountain said that they could smell the sulfur. We couldn't smell that.
Sure.
There wasn't any odor, so you didn't think it was fire. You know, you didn't think anything like that. So anyway, we were out on the water for quite some time. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would say for probably 45 minutes to an hour.
Is it a diaper? What happened?
Don't put that
Don't
in
put
your
that in your
mouth.
mouth. Don't eat it. It's a thimble.
You don't want to chew on that. You want to play with this?
Chew on this guy's ear. This guy right here.
You got some wild hair today.
You do. It looks ridiculous. It does. No.
Don't chew on that. Let's put that back in here. Put that back in
Put it
here.
in there. Put it in there.
No.
Okay.
So we were out. I mean, I don't know. You know, it might have been only 10 minutes and it seemed like an hour, you know, but I don't think so. I mean, I think it was 45 minutes to an hour that we were basically trying to make it in. You know, the guys that were driving were pretty sure that they knew where they were going, but they didn't. You know, we didn't have a compass. There was no need for one. And so they thought they were heading in. There's a state park where we put the boat in, but we were on the water long enough that the motor stopped working. And so then all we were doing then was floating because the engine stopped. Because the other thing that happened with all of that ash is that as it got sucked up into the motors, it ruined motors. It ruined lawnmowers, snow blowers, cars, engines, because of all of that ash. So anyway, what's happening?
I don't know.
She's very dramatic.
You are all of a sudden.
Very dramatic.
Is it a diaper? Is it a diaper? She has a really bad diaper rash.
I leave her alone with Dad for 2 hours. And she eats an orange.
And we had diaper rash.
Yep. Should we change your diaper? Then, should I try to finish the story? Okay. Then what happened was all of a sudden there was not the Coast Guard. What is it when it's the county? The sheriff's department was out there on boats because they knew based on how many trailers were in the boat trailers were in the parking lot. They knew who was out there, and so they were out rescuing people. So we saw a boat. We could hear the boat, and it took forever. They were probably, and we were yelling, and they were probably.
I don't know if it was we or it was just her. Someone was yelling.
I'll swim to you! I don't know for sure. The people I were with might tell a whole different story. I'm not sure.
Side of the story.
I'm not sure. And so, I think we should go change her diaper.
We might have to.
I think that's what it is.
It probably is.
Okay, we'll do it.
All right, I'm gonna go change it. I'm gonna go change it. You finish your story.
I'll finish my story. Well, no, because you want me to finish my story without you? I feel like I can talk without her. I mean, what do you think I am, Kelly Clarkson? Jimmy Kimmel? Feeling bad? Do you need something to drink?
Oh. Oh. Look different upside down?
Yeah. Is that kind of fun? Oh. It looks so different. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Should we try it?
Yeah, try it.
Okay. Okay, so
Please, you're on the water. Rescuing people.
all right, so yeah. Where did we leave off?
We're trying to find the woman screaming from her boat.
The woman screaming. I feel like they probably heard me from. I mean, I don't know. Again.
She can't remember all that.
I don't remember. I was terrified. Yeah, we need to talk to Pa. We need to get his version of Good Lord. We didn't need a. What's that called? The air
Megaphone?
horn? No, you don't need an air horn. We're stranded on the water. I can yell really loud. Anyways, so the sheriff's deputy, they were all out there, and as soon as they got to us, they said the mountain blew.
Oh.
And then we thought, oh, okay. But then we still couldn't figure out. Well, wait a minute. You know, it's a long ways away. What? Poor thing. I'm gonna eat it.
Little mean mug like that is mine.
So anyway, so they told us, and but we still had lots of questions because.
Girl, you are distracting. And not in
You
a
said
good
you
way.
wanted to see her. Coffee with
You
friends.
wanted
Coffee
this.
with a baby. She's who are you talking to? You see that baby? You see that grumpy? The baby
Yeah, it's a
doesn't want
grumpy
this.
baby.
It's a grumpy baby.
The fussy baby.
Fussy baby. So, so we still couldn't quite figure it out. But then later, of course, now everybody knows that of the part of the mountain that blew off, and so Mount St. Helens is actually like 60 miles from Portland. It's fairly close. But if you look at the pictures and you see that great big crater, it was the north side. So all of that came this way.
I'm gonna go give her to Sabrina.
Okay. Sabrina.
Bye. Yeah. Say bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Say bye. Say see you box opening.
Bye.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him some Mount St. Helens facts.
Facts. Okay.
If I had glasses. I'm going to make it up.
We'll see Maisy at box opening. I'll be right back.
Maisy at box opening, and in the meantime, let's just see. So, Mount St. Helens. We'll put in the pictures so that you can kind of see what blew off, but it says, remains the deadliest and most economically destructive volcanic event in U.S. history. 57 people were killed, 200 homes, 47 bridges, 15 miles of railways, and 185 miles of highway were destroyed. The massive debris avalanche, which we didn't see that. We got all of the ash, obviously. We're not close enough for that. The debris avalanche triggered by the magnitude 5.1 earthquake caused a lateral eruption that reduced the elevation of the mountain summit from 9,600 feet to 8,300 feet. So 1,300 feet of the mountain top came off, leaving a 1 mile wide horseshoe-shaped crater. So the picture that I'll have Brianna put up is actually 2 years afterwards. What had happened was it took out this whole big crater in the whole north side of the mountain. Well, and obviously 1,300 feet of the top of it. But then 2 years later, in 1982, they noticed that there was a lava dome that was forming again, and there was all of this smoke coming off. People got a little freaked out about it and thought, uh-oh, something's going to happen again. And I think that smoke was coming off of it, and that lava dome was building for maybe about 6 months, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. It just stopped, and it wasn't happening anymore after that, and it hasn't obviously erupted since then, but it's still considered a very active volcano. And then I think the other thing too I was going to look up was that the debris field was like, what, 1.5 miles wide? I can't, maybe the part isn't in here. It was interesting because when we went up, we've never gone to any of the visitor centers because we thought, well, we could tell you, what really happened. And so Brian and I have only been up there one time since then, but it was kind of fun when we were on the cruise ship. We took the bus and went up, and this mountaineer geologist that was with us, she was telling us all of these facts on the way up. So it was really good to hear it, and it's been, 40 years, and so it wasn't emotional at all. It's all beautiful up there. All of the animals have come back. All of the trees are growing. Weyerhaeuser, that's how you say it. Weyerhaeuser, the logging company.
Oh, uh-huh.
They owned most of that land there, and they've all replanted it. And there's a Washington state law, which I did not know this, but there's a Washington state law because of deforestation that for every tree that you cut down, whether it's if you are a logging company, you have to plant 3.
Ooh. But I don't know.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So Robert likes to watch Gold Rush, which is Alaska and the Yukon. They're mining for gold or whatever, and they devastate the land where they are mining. But they had the same kind of laws. Oh. They've shown one of the seasons. I don't remember which one it was because I told Robert, I was like, why would you want them to watch them just destroy everything? He said, no. Because then he went back to whatever the end of a season, and they showed these guys, this particular group that says, they even moved a creek bed and they did whatever, and it's super permitted, and you have to do it to the T, otherwise you get fined and you can just get booted out, lose everything. It's kind of crazy. But then they show it. This one was 3 years ago that they've cleaned up everything, they've replanted, re-leveled everything, and it's probably the same kind of idea. It looks nice, gorgeous after they leave. It's not this barren wasteland of just dirt and mud anymore. They replant, they bring streams in and have to do, and even if they move the stream for whatever reason and get allowed to move it, they still have to add different attractions. So the beavers can come in because here's a little housing, here's something for rock bed for fish. They can't change any geological stuff, but they have to make it better than what they had before. So it's pretty cool.
That's good. I think that's good. I think that's how it should be.
Yeah, it's to put it back. It's kind of the same thing as everybody tells campers, leave it better than you found it. And essentially, I think logging, mining, I think it's all the same way. You have strict rules you have to follow, so you leave it better than how you found it.
Right. that was kind of fun. I have this habit of picking up trash wherever I go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm constantly picking up trash. And there was like 3 other people that were on our cruise that the same thing, and we all just, you know, oh, did you get that one? I'll get that one. And which, you know, we didn't see a lot of it, but whenever we stopped. So yeah, leave it better than you found it. I think that's exactly right. So anyway, so that is my version of the Mount St. Helens. I'm not saying I was brave, because somebody said that must have been scary. Yes, it was. And if the people in the boat with me were not terrified, listening to me, it got really scary. It's true. I mean, if there's a medical emergency, you probably want me. You probably want me.
Yeah, it's funny.
Good.
If there's blood involved, she can handle it.
I'm good.
If there is not blood,
no. If there's imminent danger,
no. That is
possibility of missing a meal.
That's scary.
Spiders.
But yeah, if there is an emergency.
But if it's like if it's a medical emergency, a car accident, a cut, you know, I mean, we were up. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm focused and I'm good. All those years in the ER, I got that.
Yeah.
But anything else, no.
That is true. That is totally true. There's been some cabin incidences where everyone else is hysterical over a bee sting, or a hammer.
We've had a hammer,
and Nana's
like,
okay,
and we've had an axe in the shin.
Yeah, and
I was fine.
Cool, collected, cool as cucumber.
Yeah, I'm all good with that.
Knows there's mints in the cabin when she's all finished. It's fine.
That's
the collarbones. We've had broken
collarbones. Yeah, it's a dangerous place, our cabin.
Lots of fun to be had, and luckily we got a cool and collected.
Yes. So I'm good. I'm good with that. Anything else? Yeah, I am your air horn. So, all right. So anyway, thanks for asking it. Yeah, and I think there's a lot of us. I mean, I think probably who else was it that commented on it? Our friend Jennifer Robinson, who of course Kelso, Longview area. I mean, all of those guys horribly affected in an entirely different way, because we got the ash. I think everybody got the ash. I mean, I think there was a lot of ash that went all the way to Minnesota and all over, maybe even up into Canada. But man, we got inches and inches of it. I mean, I think somebody said that, because somebody said, like an inch? And I said, no, like 10 inches.
Like shoveling.
It was like snow. We had snow shoveling. And the funny thing about that is that you just don't realize how heavy it is. Because if you're used to snow shoveling and how much snow you can get on the shovel, the ash, it's like ground rock, right? So you couldn't shovel it. And it was so heavy. We have a lot of flat roofs out here. Houses, we lost a lot of homes from houses caving in, but anyway, so yeah, it's funny that the devastation is so different from us out here in the basin, because that's where we are, right? We're surrounded by mountains and we're in the basin, and then our friends down in Kelso, Longview, Portland, very, very, very different, very, very different outcome. But anyways, okay, let's see. Let's move on to something fun. So, let's see. This was a fun thing. Can we put this? We can
show
this picture up there. This is from Barbara Emery.
That's cute.
Isn't that fun? She says we had a blast today at our church sewing group making snowmen. Thanks for the great pattern and all the supplies that we bought from you. I love how they all have their own personality. That is really, really fun. That's a lot of snowmen.
That's cute.
How fun that there's a little church sewing group. And that made me think about, do they still do mops?
Yes.
Is MOP still a thing?
MOP's still a
You
thing.
should go. You and Harper.
She'd have fun.
She would have fun. We should, because it used to be Jenny Seavercrop that did that. We should find out when that is. That would be a fun thing for you to do. Because when that was forever ago when you were little, and I used to go, and it was really, really fun. And I've gone to this one to teach something. I don't remember what it was, but I was in charge of just to be the instructor for the day. I obviously had something to do with sewing or knitting or something, but whatever it was. But anyway, you should go.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of fun just to hang out with women and make some, because that'd be
Make
like a
something
fun
cute.
mops thing. I mean, you could make that snowman in
Yeah.
an hour.
That's, yeah.
I mean, however long your church luncheon was. Since it was a church luncheon, there's probably not as much wine, so I went faster.
Probably faster. Probably
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, we'll share that, and then this quilt behind us. So so we have already mentioned multiple times bra auction Friday night. This Friday night, day after tomorrow, 5 p.m. Live.
And be sure you can comment. So even if you want to practice commenting on this FabriChat,
Oh, right.
just like where you're from or whatever, comment, because that is how the
Right.
bidding will work on our bra auction. Is you'll have to comment and say, hey,
right.
65, 125, whatever it is. And then whoever the winner is, I'll call out your tag name, and then you'll have to send me your email, and then we'll send you an invoice for at the end of the night, maybe for the one item you bought or the multiple things you bought. So you will have to be commenting on the live feed for your bids. So I think you have to essentially sign into YouTube, create an account, so that you can. So you can bid. And the main reason you have to have
Do you have to have an account to be able to comment?
I think so. I don't know if that's true or not. For a while there was, it's so that people couldn't be technically
Mean girl.
anonymous. I mean, you can, your name can be anonymous 65, whatever you want. But it creates, so there's some liability. If there's something that really goes bad, really bad cyberbullying, whatever, it creates someone not to be,
We know who you are.
Yeah.
Or they know who
someone
you are.
police-wise
Someone knows who you
can
are.
find you. Yeah. So that's all that is. Same way like internet dating. That's how they know what guy you were last with. Even if his name's,
Bill Smith.
Bill Smith and his real name is Jack. That kind of thing. So I don't know, but practice commenting. So if you're someone who does not have an account with YouTube and you can comment, fantastic. If you found like, oh yeah, I can't comment, how do I do that? Create an account. Just put an email in there. You can even start a brand new email if you don't want to worry about being spammed by email, Google or YouTube or one more thing. Create a ghost account. It doesn't matter. But then you're able to comment.
Or find a friend.
To go sit with, have coffee with,
Hey,
and
we're watching this Friday night.
Yeah, even better.
Because practice. Just put in a little test.
Yeah.
Because if I watch YouTube on the television. Is how I watch YouTube all the time, and of course, there's no way to comment
on the TV.
So you have to either do it on your laptop or on your phone.
And you can do both. I mean, you can watch
do
it on
both.
your TV, but also have it tuned in onto your phone.
Yeah.
So you can text your comment as, ooh, I want this, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'll be cruising through comments while Mama's chit-chatting and whatever. So I'll be manning the computer to answer questions, watch for bids, all that jazz.
Yeah, and I think everybody's going to be here. Barbara has brought in some frogs again.
Yeah.
Tracy is off today working on her project, where I should be, but no.
Work's got to get done.
I'm just going to give up sleep to get mine done. And then, anyway, so yeah, we'll all be here. And I will probably show a few more tonight, just so you have a little sneak peek on things, just so you kind of know maybe what you want to be bidding on. We've had a lot of donations, which is really, really nice. A lot of nominations, which is really, really nice. And again, we're going to just sell everything, add it all up, and then divide it equally between everybody who sent a name. And what's really fun about the one behind us is two things. One is she is nominating a woman from Prescott, Arizona, who we know.
Who's one of our girls?
One of our girls. So Gladys Dale was from Moses Lake. She is somebody who has been coming to the shop for a long, long, long time. And then moved to Seattle, and then 3 years ago moved down to Arizona. And so we know who this is. But so the quilt behind us was sent in by Pamela McLaughlin from Sandy, Oregon. And she says, here's an item for the bra auction. I hope it helps with your fundraising efforts. Breast cancer is such a mean disease, and we should all do what we can for it. That's exactly right. I'd like to submit a name as a recipient. And normally we don't do the first and the last name, and we probably won't. I think we won't. Not think. We will not use people's last name. Well, because I think that privacy is important, and even if we say a first and last name, if you Google it, there's probably 40 Gladysdales, and so maybe it doesn't matter, but I just think that privacy is kind of important. But for all of the local people that watch us, everyone knows who she is. Yeah. She is just the funnest, sweetest person, super happy gal, and everybody knows who she is. Everybody local knows who she is, and so that was the only reason I want to mention that. But it's kind of funny because she says we met through a mutual friend in our classic car club. We own a Model A. She was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer about a month ago. She has about 6 months of chemo to look forward to, then radiation. Gladys is one of those ladies who always has a smile on her face. She's funny, kind, generous, and always willing to help a friend. Yes. She and her husband moved from the Seattle area about 3 years ago and relocated to Whitman, Arizona to be closer to their daughter. I know she will appreciate knowing that people care. Well, I just think that that's really fun to know that we know her. Yeah. Personally.
Love that.
Personally know her, so I really love that. So we thought we would put this up. So Pamela McLaughlin, my goodness, I feel like we need to share your phone number. Maybe in the comments, Pamela, tell us a little bit more about you, because you're obviously a professional machine quilter.
Yeah,
and if you are, put all of your information, because people need to know about you. This is... Sorry, it was nothing. It will crash. Pile of quilts.
It is a quilt. Some that need to be quilted.
No, there's a little lava flow. A little lava flow. Oops. Mount St. needs quilted. So anyway, this is like amazing. I don't know. Are you going to be able to like zoom in?
I'll probably have to do it when we're in the. And definitely when we're doing the auction, I can zoom in.
Stunning. This is really, really nice. So this is one of those great big Dream Big panels. Is that what they're called? Dream Big?
Yeah, this is the poinsettia one, or there's the big like leaf one.
Yeah. But it's just beautiful. Gorgeous. And she just did this intricate quilting all over it.
It's beautiful.
It really, really is nice. So Pamela, put your information in the comments so that people can contact you and send you some quilts, because
it's fantastic.
Yeah,
you did a great job. It's about a 42-inch wall hanging. You can put it in your foyer or
for Christmas. Yeah,
anywhere. It's beautiful. It's fantastic.
You could put it on a table, I guess, but you wouldn't want anybody to
spill
any mashed potatoes on it.
My kid would touch it.
And they would totally touch it.
Right where the white flower is. Totally bypass
strawberry fingers.
Yeah. Totally bypass the green part in the background. Just straight to the white.
There is no messier eater on this earth than
Harper. That girl's a mess. She's a disaster walking.
She is so fun to watch.
And she can have one bite. It's all over her face. I so wish when we were doing cherry picking that I could have shared that picture with you, but it's burned into my head. Because it was like right straight out of a horror flick. The way she's sitting there. Just one bite, and it's everywhere. Yeah.
She is the messiest eater.
She is.
And it doesn't matter what she's eating. And ice cream is like the funnest thing, because you give her like some soft ice cream, and man, it's just, it's in her hair.
Everywhere.
And she's going to be 5 next month.
And she's a hot mess.
She's a hot mess.
And it's all over her face.
And after she's done eating, she has it like crusted dry around. It's just,
and all over.
So funny. It is so
like, how do you get food in your hair? Mom, I don't know.
I don't know. And I don't feel like she does it on purpose. I don't think she really even realizes. I don't know what she's doing.
No, and she like I don't know hungry when she's done. Doesn't need seconds because it's all on the floor or in her lap. I don't know. It's just that girl loves food. And
it is funny. So this cannot be on the table.
No,
nowhere. Yeah, we need to have a luncheon someday. And
oh, you don't want to know. Maybe she'll be nice that day. Doubt it, but
I don't think she can. I don't think she. I mean, she'll use the napkin, because I'll say to her, "Oh, honey, you gotta grab the napkin." Oh, okay, and she'll have it all over here, and she'll just, not have any idea that it's in her eye,
feel it
on her eyelashes, in her nose.
Yeah,
I don't know what happens. It's something
bad's happened a lot at my house.
Funniest thing I've ever seen, and pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
for her. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
She's so much fun to watch. All right.
She's hilarious.
Okay, I think that's it. Oh, and you know, one last little thing. Today is National Chocolate Cupcake Day.
Oh, chocolate cupcake. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, today is Marge Peahaw's birthday.
Ooh,
She won't tell us how old
celebrating
she is.
tomorrow.
I think she's over 60, but that's all. And, yeah, because tomorrow.
She'll be
doesn't
here
work today,
tomorrow.
but she'll be here tomorrow. So we're going to celebrate. She'll be another year and a day older. And today is also Sam's birthday.
Oh, same birthday. That's cool.
Same birthday. Same birthday. Few years difference.
Yeah.
I think Sam maybe is, I don't know, are we supposed to say how old? I think if you're younger than 40, nobody cares, right?
I don't think so.
She's 33, I think.
Mom, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how old she is.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. We will see you guys
Tonight.
And hopefully Maisy will be in a little better mood.
Your poor little tushy
honey.
tush.
Yeah.
Poor little honey.
Orange is bad.
Citrus is bad for her. And 2 hours with Dad. Oh! I was ready to give him a diaper rash.
That's right.
All right. See you tonight.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.